is on top of him, riding him at my house when I'm not even there. Hi guys, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so there's this girl, we're gonna call her Rose, and this other boy, we're gonna call him Noah. So if you're not new here, go watch my other story time. It'll make more sense. But yeah, so after there was like this whole chaotic situation, he was talking to her while he was with me, and I found out blah blah blah. But then we all started becoming cool, and me and him became friends again, and me and her started becoming really good friends. And she lives in Utah, and her friends would come to my house to stay there for free. And yeah, so she came to my house one other time, and it was fun, you know. Nothing really happened. But we're gonna start off with the other fact that we're gonna go to the boys part. So before this whole chaotic situation started the second time, this boy was in LA because he doesn't live here, and he asked me to hang out. So I thought that we were cool. I thought it was just gonna be like, oh, like we're friends now, and we have like a lot to catch up on and stuff, you know? So I said yeah. And at first we were like, oh, just catching up, you know, just friends, made a few TikToks, and you know, we were having a good time together. So then he asks me to go back to his place, and I went back with him, and then he asked me to sleep over. So I was like, okay, first, before I start getting like hated on, I know I'm not the only person in the world that went back to a person that did them so wrong, and I'm human. I make mistakes. Everyone does. Nobody's perfect. So fortunately, this was a big mistake I made. So I proceed to sleep at his house, and we get together, and then we hung out all next day, at night too, and then I had to go home because I had school tomorrow. So yeah, and then after he left, we kind of didn't really chat a little bit. I don't know, I feel like there was just like some stuff to think about. But now we're gonna go on to the girls' part, or both of their parts. So, oh, also, when he was with me, he would be like, oh, this is why I love you. It was like lovey-dovey stuff. Like, it wasn't like, oh, we're just like friends. Like, yeah. So obviously, the way that he made me feel that time, I kind of like started to really like develop more feelings for him, or feelings that were lost from the whole situation, but I started liking him. And now we're gonna go on to the girls' part. So probably a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks later, I accidentally said her name, but Rose and her friends wanted to come back to hang out. So I was like, you know what? Yeah. But what a coincidence that they were there that same week that he was in LA, that same week. So the night before a bunch of stuff happened, he asked to come to my house, and I said yeah, because why not? And then he asks to sleep over at my house. But he had like a party to go to. So, okay. He had like a party to go to that night. So he left that night. So I was just like, you know what, whatever. Like, he has a party to go to. He thought I was gonna go to the party, but I wasn't. So he went with his friend. And then I don't hear from him the next day or that night. And the next day, so basically they were staying at my other house. this is my house that I like really stay at for like school and stuff. But the girls were staying at the other house that I used to like stay at. But now I stay at this house. And so I usually stay here all the time. Like, even if I have friends over, you know, like that kind of stuff. So it gets to about 9 p.m. at night, maybe 8, and I get a snap sent to me of him at my other house with Rose. So I'm just kind of like, oh, they're all probably like hanging out, whatever. I didn't really think much of it at the time, because, you know, he would be like, oh, if I saw her, I would be like, I would cuss her out, I would flame her. And then when she said that she would see him, she would cuss him out, flame him, whatever. Basically, what I heard from both of them talking to me was that they hated each other. So I was kind of thinking like, oh, should I go to my other house, because of the fact that I kind of started liking him again, whatever. He was explaining feelings to me, like, that he had for me when we were hanging out. So I was like, oh, if we like each other, then we should like hang out, whatever, again. So I'm kind of like, oh, should I go to my other house? And my friend, because I was with my friend, and she was like, yeah, you should go, because she knows the situation. So we get an Uber to my house because my parents weren't home, and yeah. And I don't know why, I kind of get like a bad feeling in the car, because like, I'm just kind of like, I don't know, I felt like I was uninvited to my own house. Like, even though they were like, oh yeah, you should come, I was just still kind of like, I don't know, because like, why is he there? And he didn't even like tell me. But yeah, right? Okay, so we got there, and I think my friend started getting a bad feeling too about the whole situation, because she was like, oh, I wonder what they're doing, you know? And then, so there's the house part, and then there's like a guest house. So the girls are staying in the guest house, and that's where they all are right now. So we go into the guest house, and there's like a little upstairs, and then there's like a downstairs, but it's like kind of like separated. So I went into the upstairs, and all the other girls were there, but I said her name again on accident. I didn't see Rose. So I was like, oh, where are they? They were like, oh, they're downstairs. But are you and Noah talking? And I was kind of like, no, I don't know. Like, and then I explained to them the whole situation. Then they started getting mad at Rose. So they go down there with me. So I walk down there, and she is on top of him, riding him at my house when I'm not even there. So I literally walk in on it. I see it happening right in front of my eyes. And I'm just kind of like standing there. I'm just kind of like, Then she gets off of him, runs to me and hugs me saying, hi, I miss you. And he just kind of like sits there like, I'm kind of running out of time, but I might not finish my makeup, but it's fine. And then we all have like, me and the other girls have like a private chat, and we're like, oh, we're gonna confront her. This is wrong. After I told the friends the entire situation that was happening. So we go and confront Rose, and she starts crying, and she just doesn't even say anything. And we basically tell her like, oh, you like literally like lost me. I hope that was worth it. And the friend that I was with confronts Noah about what he did, kicks him out of my house, and then they were like stuck sitting there on the side of the road the entire night. And yeah.